Hey guys, in today's video we're gonna build a French castle together. I will show you step by step how to do it and will leave you up to creating your own unique one. As a first step we will choose a block palette for the castle. Since it's a castle and castles are pretty tall, for the walls we will have a pretty big block palette. We will start at the floor with basalt, go up with cobblestone and mossy cobblestone, clean stone, and at the end we will use white terracotta and tyrite. For the floor we will simply use 2 birch blocks, and for the roof we will use a very grey palette. We will use grey concrete, grey wool and clean stone. Since many French castles are built at very flat areas, I decided to build mine in a plains biome. We will start with the shape of the castle. Simply place multiple closed shapes next to each other and connect them with walls. Try to create a big circle out of those shapes and walls. There's really no right or wrong in this process. If the layout gets too confusing, try using different colors for the different shapes. Next step is to build all the surfaces and walls of the castle. I would recommend doing that layer by layer according to your block palette that you made. When you're at a certain height, you can start adding the floors and the ground. I would recommend to finish every shape at another height. This adds interest. Finish off the wall shapes at the lowest height and the tower levels at the highest height. For the buildings themselves, I would recommend building 2 to 3 floors, each having 4 block high rooms. Don't forget to make the cutouts for the windows and doors. Since it's a pretty small castle, I would recommend making 1 by 2 block high windows. For the towers, I chose to make only 1 by 1 block windows. Next up is connecting the castle to the floor by placing little cliffs. Start by digging out the shape of the river that will surround the castle. Then randomly place clean stone from the lowest layers of the castle down to the riverbed. When done with the cliffs, you want to replace some of the clean stone blocks with grass blocks. Now we can start building the roofs. French castles tend to have very steep roofs. That's why we will try to make them steep as well. For the angle of the roof, I would recommend to go with at least a 2 by 1 block gradient. the edge of every roof, place some clean stone slabs to add a little detail. For the roofs of the little towers, I would go with a more dome-like shape. The next step is adding windows, doors and details to the castle. After the time-lapse I will show and explain you each of them. Now we will have a closer look at the details of the building. As a first detail, at every roof edge I place those levers as like little support beams. Then below every window level I place those rows out of stone buttons. For the windows I used white stained glass, and for the wall windows I used those wooden fences. For the main entrance I used this combination out of doors and trapdoors. At every rooftop I added those stone walls, always one stone wall and one empty block, so that they don't connect. And at every pointy roof I added those French flags, and of course at the entrance as well. This adds a nice French touch. Yeah, I mean, it's not that much detail, but it improves the building very nice. If you want you can add some more, but that's just the details that I used. The last step is to add a river around the castle as well as a bridge. We also want to embellish the rest of the outside area of the castle. After this time lapse I will show and explain all details to you. Now we will have a closer look at the surroundings and at the little river that surrounds the castle. At the inside of the castle, I simply added those pathways out of gravel and coarse dirt, and also those combinations out of barrels, chests, and extinguished campfires. Of course, I added some lanterns as well for the light, so that no monsters can spawn, and a nice little tree as well. At the entrance of the castle, I of course added a small bridge that passes over the river. It's just a pathway out of stone slabs and has a little arch. And yeah, it's really simple but still looks pretty cool. On the terrain on the inside of the river, right at the castle, I made them out of normal wooden fences and birch and spruce leaves. I also, of course, added grass and flowers all over it, so it looks a little bit more alive. I also placed some vines now and then on the building. Just look that you don't place too many. The river is pretty small. It's just a common dirt river with some coarse dirt at the end of every shore. Then also some gravel patches with cobblestone slabs, and of course some lily pads. I made a guide about making custom rivers. You can look it up too if you want to have a more specific look on how to build those rivers. On the surrounding areas of the castle, I placed grass and flowers all over the place, and also those nice little stone slabs. And in front of the castle I placed 3 little trees as well. This adds a nice finishing look, and that's it with the vegetation and surroundings. That's it for this build. I hope you liked the outcome and could learn some new things. If you have any tips and suggestions, please let me know. Subscribe for more and check out my website that offers loads of further Minecraft guides. See you in the next video.